Church history. Light amid the darkness as seen in the life of Luther. London, G. Morrish, 20, Paternoster Square, before 1915. Republished by Irving Risch, host of Down to Earth but Heavenly Minded podcast. Chapter 23. Peace disturbed, AD 1527-1528. This quarrel of the emperor with the pope gave the churches rest, during which time the word of God was widely scattered, and the preaching of the gospel made progress. In the early part of 1528 their peace was disturbed. A man named Otho of Pack, but called Pack for shortness, vice-chancellor of Duke George of Saxony, assured the Landgrave of Hesse that a secret league had been drawn up against the reformers, and offered to show him a copy of the document. For this purpose the Landgrave went to Dresden. Pack told him that he could not show him the original, but produced a copy. It had all the appearance of being genuine. There were the arms of the state and the impression of the official seals. It was signed by King Ferdinand, the electors of Mentz and of Brandenburg, Duke George of Saxony, the dukes of Bavaria, the bishops of Salzburg, Würzburg, and Bamberg. The elector of Saxony was to be called upon to deliver up Luther with all his adherents. If the elector refused, his states were to be invaded, and he and his heirs forever dispossessed. The states of Philip of Hesse were also to be invaded. Philip paid to Pack 4,000 florins, and agreed to make it up to 10,000 florins if he procured the original document. Philip took a copy and hastened away. Full of indignation and alarm he went to the elector John and informed him of the conspiracy, showing him the copy of the document. The elector was confounded. They resolved to arm at once in self-defense, and to call upon the other princes known to be favorable to the Reformation. As soon as Luther heard of it, he and his colleagues wrote to the elector, begging him only to act in self-defense, and to inform the emperor at once of the plot. Philip strongly advocated not simply self-defense, but that the states of those who signed the document should be invaded. Luther and Melanchthon resorted to prayer. Philip of Hesse gave way, and waited to be attacked. In the meantime he sent copies of the document to Duke George, the dukes of Bavaria, and the emperor's representative. He asked the dukes to renounce their wicked designs. The dukes were amazed, and declared that the document was an impudent forgery. Whoever had said that he had seen the original was a liar and a scoundrel. Philip saw at once that he had been deceived, and indeed he had, for the whole was now believed to be a forgery by Pack. He was obliged to fly from Duke John, and he came to Hesse. The Landgrave seized him, and cast him into prison. Envoys from various of the princes called him before them, when he maintained that the original had certainly existed at Dresden. The Landgrave banished him from his states, and he took refuge in Belgium. Duke George made a demand for him. He was given up, tortured, and then beheaded. Luther, and many others, believed that though the document presented by Pack had been drawn up by him, yet that he had a foundation for it in the words and the intentions of the Catholic princes. This unhappy affair greatly increased the ill feeling between the friends of the Pope and the friends of the Gospel. But no movement was taken until another diet could be held. This was arranged to be held at Speyer in March.